Today is a very sad announcement. Intent Gym is officially closing for the final time. Long-time followers will remember all the things we got up to in here over the years, the different revisions of the gym, the different machines, the cool stuff Ryan has done. But the decision has been made to close the gym, and a lorry comes in a few days to start taking things. I remember 6 years ago or so, I got a follow on Instagram from a faceless account called Intent, where the bio was something along the lines of, if you've been followed, you've been invited. And the first time I rocked up here, there was like maybe 6 different machines, some adjustable dumbbells and a squat rack, and that was about it. The walls were white, there was no graffiti, barely any mirrors. And then I think the summer of that year and maybe the year after, there was maybe between 6 and 12 of us that would be here at like 6, 7 p.m. every night. It was some good times. I would love to know just how many machines have made their way through the doors in the 6 or so years the gym has been open. The various different tours of the gym that I've done, showing off the new stuff as and when it came. I always thank this gym for the fact that I got relatively strong, you know. In this gym, I'm small and weak compared to the majority of people that have ever stepped through the doors. And it forced me to catch up and train harder and, you know, raise the bar. I remember back in 2022, the gym was not a 24-hour gym at the time, but Ryan let me just come in at night to film all of my tutorials for my fitness programs and things like that. I remember little things like somewhere around here there's a dent in the floor because we were plate flip challenging to see what the biggest plate we could flip was. Good luck plate flipping one of these, by the way, as a 20. I remember when I stood here and introduced Ryan behind me as the guy that could lateral raise a 30-kilo dumbbell with minimal effort. I remember when this Smith machine was like there, or the Smith machine was like over there. I'll remember when every single one of us was somehow training legs at the same time and we'd all be sat on a different machine over in this corner. I'll remember when we had all the Nautilus stuff, and Nautilus is relatively lighter compared to a lot of brands, and we'd just see how many plates we could gym pin on things. I remember when there was a load of dumbbells, but there wasn't anywhere to put the dumbbells, so the majority of them were just on the floor. I remember the days before this whole section existed because Ryan had to take a wall down to make it work. It's sad to think that I'll never train in this gym again. You never want to see small businesses shut down, you never want to see less options, even if the majority of the time I do train at a pure gym now to be with friends. Ryan's even letting me have some of the grip strength and forearm stuff toys. But yeah, a few years ago we had a lot of videos that absolutely blew up, and I think Ryan went from like 0 to 50,000 followers on here pretty rapidly. That was before Ryan was an IFBB pro. He's an IFBB pro now. And I think a lot of people will miss this gym. Even if every summer we'd all absolutely melt because the gym's never had air conditioning and this is a very, very warm room. Even if every winter we'd all freeze because the gym's freezing. Over the last few weeks, I've made a point of trying to bring as many of my different friends from Pure Gym here as I could to get them to experience what like a real good gym's like before it goes. When I got here, my code didn't work. Thankfully, Ryan was still here, and he just used his code to let me in. So this is definitely my final walk around. The final version of Intent. Never would have thought there'd be a final. I'd love to go back through the history of my videos and just watch all the old Intent gym tours that I did, all the various different versions through the years. I'll miss this Cybex Smith machine most of all. So I guess this is the final goodbye to Train with Intent.
So a lot of gyms are closing around America because, quite frankly, a lot of people aren't wanting to go to the gym anymore. And prices are getting very high, actually. The gym prices are getting high. There are not enough people applying to go to these gyms. And quite frankly, these gyms trap you in these, if you want to cancel, you got to pay these fees. And a lot of people aren't liking that anymore. So what they decided to do is not go to the gym. So these gyms are running out of money. And once you run out of money, you run out of a business. So let's take a look at some. As you can see right here, the Wall Street Journal is talking about how Planet Fitness is logging lower than expected membership growth during the critical New Year's period. They usually make most of their money during the New Year's period. But guess what? They're not making as much this year because people are just, quite frankly, tired of signing up the gyms constantly and them just stealing your money. Like nowadays they make you sign up with your account number. So if you lock your card, they still get access to your stuff. So now they're just pretty much stealing money from you. So a lot of people are getting fed up with things like that. I've experienced that. Planet Fitness just taking money out of my account just randomly. So I don't go to Planet Fitness. I go to another gym in my local area. But gyms nowadays are just becoming kind of like a ripoff. Here's another story from someone else.
Your girl got an email last night while I was taking a nice, relaxing Epsom salt bath that my current gym has closed. Yeah, that yesterday was the last day they were open. No notice, no warning, just an email saying, hi, tomorrow we will be permanently closed. Corey and I have like 10 to 15 days left down here in Florida. my gym is closed. So we've got to find a new gym. So I looked up gyms near me. I found one. And we're going to go tour it today and see what we think. So let's go. Fingers crossed. OMG. How did I not discover this gym sooner? Y'all,
Yeah.
It has everything I freaking need and have needed. And I wish I'd been coming here sooner. Because what do you mean I could have been training for High Rocks here? It has everything. Everything.
Isn't it crazy how her gym just closed and didn't inform anyone? They just decided, hey, you know what? Today's our last day. We're just going to send everyone an email in the morning. Hey, the gym's closed now. Come on, bro. That's just super unprofessional. Why would you want to go to a gym that even has that kind of character? You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't every business have like character traits that are, character traits or core values they stand by? You're telling me you're just going to wake up one day and decide, well, we're just going to inform everyone today the gym is closed and you can no longer come here again. Come on, bro. That's not how you maintain public relationships at all.
I'm speechless. I'm so pumped. That was truly one of those moments where it's like last night I was so stressed out, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? My life revolves around the gym because I'm an online fitness coach and I'm training for High Rocks. And that's one of those things you just pray for patience and like, oh, peace of mind. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't a big deal because I found this gym and it's even better. That's why you're patient and that's why you pray about it and everything works out. Oh my gosh. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to come work out here. I'm supposed to have an active recovery day, but I literally want to go work out. I'm not, but I want to. So I'm pumped.
Hey, I'm Evan. I'm a business owner in Santa Monica, California, and gyms are dying, and I want to tell you why. Last month, I made a video on how much more expensive it is to acquire a client in Santa Monica than it is in other neighborhoods in Mar Vista, and for the month of April, I've come with receipts. Check it out. I've been doing digital marketing for over 7 years, and this is how I track my metrics. It's pretty detailed, but I'm going to show you the most important things. Last month, we spent $13,452 on digital advertising, primarily on Meta. $705 were on our Mar Vista location and $12,172 were in our Santa Monica location. In Mar Vista, we acquired 18 new clients. In Santa Monica, we acquired 29 new clients, which means on average, it costs us $14.63 to acquire a new client in Mar Vista and $265.74 to acquire a new client in Santa Monica, which means it's 18 times more expensive to acquire a client in this gym than it is in the gym less than 5 miles away from here. In my last video, a lot of you asked what we charge for semi-private personal training. $62.50 an hour or $499 a month minimum. That's for 8 sessions a month. It's double what you would spend at a group fitness studio, but it's probably half or even less than half of what you'd spend on a one-on-one personal trainer. Why am I telling you this? Because I am good at digital advertising. I am annoying when following up with leads. I follow up relentlessly, and I'm also really good at sales. And so if I wasn't good at advertising, nurturing people, or at selling people, my close rate would be lower, my costs would be higher, and my gym would be shut down. And that is most boutique fitness studios. And I'm not bragging about this. I just recognize how fortunate I am to have developed these skills, and most gyms don't have that luxury. And so I'm not asking you in any way, shape, or form to come see me. What we do is awesome, but if you're in Santa Monica, support local. Go in, introduce yourself. Be gentle with the owner or the person behind the desk or the coaches that are just trying to make the world and the city a better place, because most gym owners don't have a team that is as aggressive on marketing or on lead nurture or on sales as I am. And so even if you don't come see me, there are 8 other gyms in this area in downtown Santa Monica, and I've made a video talking about all of them. And I hope that you continue to support your local businesses, find a great community that's the right fit for you, and see great results while you're doing it. Anyway, thanks for your time.
As you can see from his story, location matters, right? Location matters. Wherever you place your gym, if you're placing your gym in the middle of some town where people aren't as active, then of course you're gonna have to pay more. You're gonna have to pay more to get clients. That's just how it works. And he's talking about his sales skills and his ability to market and get people in the doors. Well, most gyms don't have that. And honestly, a lot of the gyms just hire like random people off the street, and a lot of them don't really have good customer service. So when you're calling in the gym complaining about, hey, you guys just took money off of my card and I haven't gone to the gym in a while and my card's locked, how are you guys taking money? They're not really patient with the customers, and that also builds bad public relationships. So that's also one of the reasons why people stop going to the gym, quite frankly. And don't get me wrong, I go to the gym. I used to actually coach people go to the gym. You could see some fitness stuff on my page, actually. So I go to the gym a lot. I train every day. But what I'm saying is, if you want people to go to your gym and love being there, you need to provide a good experience for people to go there and not make them feel like they're being ripped off. So that's all I got to say. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.